There's a scene in Ted Lasso where Roy Kent, the grumpiest footballer in England, he's caught crying over a romance novel. His girlfriend Keely walks in and asks if he's okay. He growls, "I'm fine." And he really growls if you know the character. Then immediately adds, "Actually, no, I'm not fine. This shit makes me emotional." This is the work. Not pretending to be fine, not collapsing into a puddle, being strong enough to tell the truth. Today, we're exploring what it means to have a strong back, a soft front, and clear eyes, and why real strength requires all three. Welcome to the Heartsmith Podcast. I'm Jason Twombly, and this is where men come to forge courage, train for emotional mastery, and live from both a clear mind and a wild heart. Today's episode is strong backed, soft fronts, and clear eyes. How to hold boundaries and compassion at the same time, and why the most powerful men are the ones who've learned to be both tender and fierce. Let's get to the forge. Real strength isn't choosing between hard and soft. It's knowing when to be which and having the courage to be both. Most men I work with are stuck in one of two ditches. The first ditch, you're all strong back, no soft front. You've armored up, you're fine when you're not fine. You think vulnerability will cost you respect, so you perform strength when you're dying inside. Your relationships are surface level, your kids are afraid of you, or they've given up trying to know you. And your exhaustion is just at an all-time high from trying to hold it all together. The second ditch. You're all soft fronts, but no strong back. You're the nice guy who says yes when he means no. You avoid conflict because that kindness means never making anyone uncomfortable. You bend over backward for everyone else and then wonder why you're resentful and why no one seems to respect you. Both ditches lead to the same place, disconnection from yourself, from the people you love, from the life you actually want to be living. But there's a third way. It's not the middle ground, it's the integration of both strong back and soft front, boundaries and compassion, fierce and tender. That is what mature masculinity looks like. And if you've ever watched Ted Lasso, you've seen this journey play out in one of the show's best characters, Roy Kent. Here is what we're navigating in this episode. The Roy Kent problem. In the early seasons, you'll see his character that mirrors where most men are. All armor, no access. I'm fine when everything's falling apart. You think vulnerability will cost you respect. Spoiler, it's the armor that's costing you connection. You've confused strength with hardness, and it's making you brittle. The Ted Lasso trap. Some men overcorrect, all soft front, no strong back. You're kind to everyone except yourself. You avoid hard conversations, and no wonder why you're so exhausted and resentful. You've confused compassion with people pleasing, and it's making you invisible. The integration. In season three, Roy Kent is depicting where men need to go. This is where the work leads. A man who can tell hard truths and stay in the room, who can set boundaries and keep his heart open, who knows who he is and doesn't apologize for it, but also doesn't use that as an excuse to be a prick. Strong back, soft front, clear eyes. That's mature masculinity. The cultural confusion is real. We've been told to man up, all back, no front, or we've been told toxic masculinity means any display of strength, all front and no back. Both are lies. The truth, you need spine and heart, structure and openness, clarity and compassion. The core truth is this, that the strongest men are the ones who've learned to be both tender and fierce. This isn't about balance, like you're weighing strength against softness on a scale. Not so much. It's about integration. You're not less strong when you cry. You're not less compassionate when you set a boundary. Real strength holds both. Fierce protection about what matters, tender care for what's vulnerable, clear sight of what's real. Roy Kent's journey across the three seasons of Ted Lasso is sort of like a masterclass in this integration. And whether you watch the show or not, his story maps the journey every man needs to take. Let me walk you through Roy Kent's arc because it's the same arc that I see in almost every man that I coach. Season one, Roy Kent is all strong back, no soft front. When we first meet Roy, he's the captain of AFC Richmond. Legendary midfielder, gruff, intimidating, keeps everyone at arm's length. His signature move, telling people to F off. He's injured, his career is ending, and when anyone asks if he's okay, he growls, I'm fine. But he's not fine, and everyone can see it except him. So this is the armor. Roy's confused strength with hardness. He thinks that if he lets anyone in, if he admits that he's struggling, if he shows any vulnerability, he'll lose respect. So he performs invulnerability while he's crumbling inside. Most men I work with them right here. Just this is the beginning point. This is the inception. Maybe not as gruff as Roy Kent, but the pattern's the same. I'm fine when you're drowning. I don't need help when you're completely lost. I've got it handled when you're barely holding on. Strong back with no soft front is not strength, it's imprisonment. Season two, Roy Kent learns the soft front. The story goes on, Roy retires. He starts coaching and he falls in love with Keely, a woman who sees through his armor and refuses to let him hide. And there's a scene when Keely catches him crying over this romance novel. And instead of pretending he wasn't, instead of the automatic, I'm fine, he tells the truth. This shit makes me emotional, he says in his British accent. So this is the breakthrough. Roy is learning that vulnerability doesn't diminish him, that being moved, being touched, having feelings, these aren't weaknesses. It's the thing that makes him human. He goes to therapy not because he's broken, but because he wants to do better for the people he loves. He learns to say, I'm scared and I need help and I don't know. And here's what's crucial. He doesn't lose his strength when he develops his soft front. He becomes more effective as a coach, more respected by his players, more attractive to Keely. Because real strength can hold vulnerability. Perform strength can't. Season three, integration, strong back, soft front, clear eyes. So by the final season, Roy has integrated these parts. He's still Roy, Still direct, still fierce when needed, but now there's access. There's tenderness. There's truth. He can challenge Jamie Tart and hug him. He can set boundaries and stay connected. He can say, I love you without losing his edge. There's a moment when someone suggests he change who he is, and Roy responds, I'm me. Why would I want to be anything else? This is Clear Eyes. Roy knows who he is. He's not performing anymore, not performing strength like the old Roy, not performing vulnerability. He's just present, real, integrated. He sees reality clearly, when to push, when to pull back, when to speak, when to listen. He doesn't lie to himself anymore. And that clarity, combined with his strong back and soft front, it makes him the kind of man others trust. The lesson for us. I've watched dozens of men make the same journey in coaching. Let me tell you about one, we'll call him Rich. Rich came to me living the season one Roy Kent life. Put together, successful pastor, respected by his congregation, fine at home, except his marriage was dying. His kids barely talked to him, and he was medicating with busyness and control. I don't know how to do the soft stuff, he said. I'm not wired that way. But Rich wasn't wired to be hard. He learned it somewhere along the way, probably from his father, maybe from seminary culture, definitely from a church world that punished pastors for being human. Rich learned that strong back means no soft front, that spiritual leaders, yeah, they don't struggle, they don't need, they don't ask for help. So we started with the body, teaching Rich to notice that he was holding tension, a lot of tension where he was armoring up, what it felt like to breathe into his chest instead of just his belly. We practiced having one honest conversation with his wife per week, not preaching, not fixing, not defending, just telling the truth about what he was feeling. We worked on boundaries because Rich had confused soft front with being a doormat. He learned you can say no with love. You can set a limit without being cruel. You can pastor people without sacrificing yourself. 6 months in, Rich told me, I thought vulnerability would make me weaker. It's made me more powerful, yet from a place of presence and truth, not performance and image. Not weak, not soft in the collapse sense, but integrated. The kind of man who knows who he is, who can tell the truth, who can hold both strength and tenderness at the same time. Rich became a season three Roy Kent, and his life transformed not because he got soft, but because he integrated. His congregation started bringing him their real struggles instead of their Sunday faces. His kids, they started calling just to talk. His wife said, I feel like I'm finally married to the real you. This is the work, not choosing between strong or soft, becoming the kind of man who could be both. How this works. So, how do you actually develop strong back, soft front, and clear eyes? Let me break it down. Strong back. This is your spine, your values. This is who I am. A strong back, it means You know what you stand for and what you won't tolerate. You can set boundaries without apologizing for them. You take up space. You don't shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable. You tell hard truths when they need to be told. But here's what strong back is not. It's not armor. It's not harshness. It's not refusing to be moved, touched, or changed. Those are signs of brittleness, not strength. Think of it like the spine in your body. It's structure, not rigidity. It holds you upright, but it also flexes. Soft front. Soft front is it's all about your heart, your openness, your I can be moved. A soft front means you can receive love, criticism, feedback, but without collapsing or defending. You let people in, you don't make them work so hard to know you. You're open. You can be touched by beauty, moved by sorrow, undone by grace. You admit when you're wrong, when you're scared, when you need help. But here's what soft front is not. It's not being a doormat. It's not saying yes when you mean no. It's not letting people violate your boundaries because you're afraid of conflict. Think of it like the front of your body, your chest, your heart. It's vulnerable, but that's where connection happens. You can't hug someone with your back, and you can't lead from a bunker. Soft front isn't weakness, it's where connection happens. Clear eyes. This is your sight, your reality testing. I see what's actually here. Clear eyes means you see yourself honestly, your strengths, your shadows, your patterns. You see others clearly, not who you wish they were, but who they actually are. You see situations without denial or fantasy. You accept what is. You speak truth, but you speak it with love. This is the hardest part because clear eyes means giving up illusions. It means facing reality when reality hurts. It means admitting my marriage is struggling. My kid is suffering. I'm not okay and this isn't working. But clear eyes also means there's hope here. There's possibility. There's a way forward and I'm willing to see it. The integration. When you bring all three together, soft fronts, strong back, and clear eyes, you become the kind of man who can have fierce conversations without being cruel. The man who could set boundaries without abandoning people. You can stay in the room when everything in you wants to leave. Tells the truth and let the chips fall where they may. And you can love fiercely and protect tenderly. This is mature masculinity. And it's not something where you arrive at once and you're done. It's a practice, a daily choice, a lifetime of integration work. The practice. Let's embody this right now. I call this the Roy Kent stance because if you've seen the show, you know exactly how he stands. Grounded, present, unshakable, but not rigid. I'd invite you to stand if you're able, or when you listen to this later, or feel free to sit with both feet planted firmly on the ground. Plant your feet shoulder width apart. Feel the ground beneath you. Really feel it. Let the earth hold you. Now roll your shoulders back, not rigid, not military posture, just aligned, like there's a string pulling the crown of your head toward the sky. This is your spine, your structure, your values. Feel yourself taking up the space. You belong here. You have something to say. You matter. Place your hands on your hips or let them hang at your sides. Whatever feels grounded. Breathe into your lower belly. Deep, slow breaths. Say internally, I take up space. I have a backbone. I know who I am. Continue breathing. Let's move to soft front. Now bring one hand to your heart. Let your chest be open. Don't puff it up. Don't collapse it. Just available. Imagine there's a door in the center of your chest, and you're choosing right now to leave it unlocked. Not wide open to everyone, but available to connection. This is your capacity to be moved, to care, to let others in. Breathe into your chest now. Feel your ribs expand, your heart space open. Can you feel that? Say internally, I can be touched. I can be moved. I'm not performing anymore. Breathe into your heart space, finding openness. And notice if there's any resistance here. Maybe your chest feels tight. Maybe opening feels dangerous. Just notice. Don't judge it. This is information. All right, clear eyes. Now lift your gaze, not looking down in shame, not staring aggressively, just presence. And pick a spot. Pick a spot across the room, a point on the wall, a tree outside the window, whatever's in front of you. Look at it without judgment, without story, and just see it. Just look. This is seeing reality as it is, not as you wish it were, not through the filter of your fantasy, just what's actually here. Say internally, I see clearly. I speak truth. I stay in the room. Breathe. Now the full stance. Now feel all three at once. Continuing to breathe strong back, grounded, spine aligned, values clear. Soft front, heart open, available for connection. Clear eyes, seeing reality, staying present. This is the stance. This is what it feels like inside your body to be integrated. Strong and soft, grounded and open, clear and compassionate. You can return to the stance anytime you need it. Before a hard conversation with your partner, when you need to set a boundary with your boss, when your kid is melting down and you need to stay regulated, when you're tempted to armor up and shut down, come back to this. Strong back, soft front, and clear eyes. Take one more deep breath. Notice how you feel. When you're ready, calmly and gently open your eyes or shift your body. This is available to you anytime. It's not something you have to learn. It's something that you already are, and you're just remembering. Roy Kent didn't stop being Roy Kent when he integrated these parts. He just became the fuller version of himself. Season three Roy, not so much season one Roy. You don't lose your edge when you develop a soft front. You don't become weak when you let people in. You become the kind of man others trust. Because when you're real, because you can hold strength and tenderness at the same time. And that makes you a safe man, a strong man, a secure harbor. This is second half of life work, as Richard Rohr would say. Young men perform strength. Mature men embody it. And there's a massive difference. The journey from season one to season three, from armored to integrated, that's the Heartsmith path. Not losing your fire, but learning to tend it. Not abandoning your strength, but expanding what strength actually means. Your strong back protects what matters. Your soft front connects with what's beautiful, and your clear eyes see what's real. All three together, that's the man you're becoming. This week, practice the Roy Kent stance every day, even just for 60 seconds. And notice this week when you're all strong back, no soft front, armored up, I'm fine, pushing everyone away. And notice when you're all soft front, no strong back, saying yes when you mean no, avoiding conflict, resentful but silent. Just notice without harshness or judgment. Be curious from a compassionate stance toward yourself. The imitation is integration. You can be the man who tells hard truths and stays in the room, who sets boundaries and keeps his heart open, who sees clearly and loves fiercely. Be like season three Roy Kent. Do the work, let yourself be both tender and fierce. You're not choosing between strength and softness. You're becoming the kind of man who can embody both. Strong back, soft front, clear eyes. Keep forging. If this episode is landing for you, share it with another man who's trying to figure out how to be both strong and vulnerable. And join us at the Heartsmith Coach on Substack, where we're going deeper into practices like this each and every week. Before we go, if you're realizing you can't just listen to more podcasts, that transformation requires community and witness, I have something for you. The Open Heart Journey is a 12-week coaching intensive starting this January. Most men that come to me, for coaching, they're exhausted from holding it all together, pretending that everything's fine, from doing this alone. Listen, the Open Heart Journey is where you stop performing and start transforming in community with other men who are just done with the armor, done with the facade. This is the work we've been talking about today. Strong back, soft front, clear eyes. But you don't have to do it alone. You do it with witness, with accountability, with brotherhood. Listen, if that's calling to you, if you're drawn to that, check the show notes for the next discovery call to learn more about it. There's just some more spots available. They'll probably go fast. Starts in January. This is your invitation. The next episode likely will be Face the Darkness, Find the Gold, Shadow Work for Men, how to enter your own story with courage, name the false self, and integrate the parts that you've been hiding. Until then, practice the stance. Notice when you're armoring up or collapsing. Come back to integration. This has been the Heartsmith podcast. It's been a joy. Shape the heart, forge the man. I'm Jason Twombly, and I'll see you in the forge.